TRX, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if you refer to our analysis, in my last video, we have been looking for buy since the price was within this corrections. All right, and the last one we have been looking for buy from here, and we expected the price to break the previous top. As we can, the price broke and now it turned to, we know it's turned to a corrective move. That means it's correcting. Now we want to see whether this is the start of the, we can look for the continuation, or this one can give us one more drop before we get the next move. That's why whoever get the trade from within this moves, any trade from any of this correction, at least right now they should manage the trade they got, because the way it's moving is not really sharp, similar to other charts. Now we want to see what's this. Can we get any trade set up from here or not? Anyway, we start with higher time frame, we start with daily chart. As we can see, based on daily chart, even we're expected the price to break the previous top, but it broke, but we don't see the continuation. That's why we need to be quite careful if we want to look for the trade, and even for those traders, they keep the trade within this move. Okay. Anyway, we move to lower time frame. We want to see how we can trade it. And if we move to lower time frame, first of all, we put this stop and relative to the previous one. If we refer to the indicators, we have a divergence here and as well here. All right. That's why if we want to look for the next trade, we need to get the proper trade setup from here. And even anyone get the trade for within this move, they have to have a they start to manage, at least book some profits. All right, in case we get one more drop similar to what we get here, maybe we get the right expect, maybe we expect to get the running flat before we get the next move. All right, in this case we move to lower time frame, we move to 1 hour chart, and if we want to look for the next trade, if this one will drop a bit more, then any reversal we will take it. And also if drop a bit more, at least similar to what we get here, we don't expect to retest this low, just a few more hours drop a bit. Okay, and at that time you can have entry above this as well, because what we want the price break and continue. But right now having entry above this, I just leave it for the traders. Okay, and even for me, if I want to have entry above this, I will watch out. I will be, in front of the charts, because simply price can tag and drop. Okay, the only reason I mentioned this one drop a bit more, maybe at least to this level, to 0.145, because me internally we can look at this one as a correction flat for the next move, because mostly we cannot get any trade set up within this. If this one we get the flat, but the only way is to have entry above this, or we wait for the next move like. Okay, by the way, right now we're looking at this correction. We want to see we can get any trade set up for buy or not, and can we put this one as a short move with the flag. Also, the only way is to have entry above this, as I mentioned. But right now having entry above the top is really risky. It depends on the traders, and if they want us to have entry above this, what we want the price tag and continue. Any trade from now we consider as a short term. As long as we get into the profit, we start to manage. But if the price tag we see within the first hours is not moving, we don't stay with the trade. That's why we mentioned if this one drop a bit more, it can give us flat, it can give us better confirmation for the next. And as I explained, based on daily chart, may either from here or higher, it turns to a correction similar to what we get here for the next move, because the way it's moving is quite corrective. It's not really sharp similar to the other charts. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. And one more thing, if I put this one in relative to this, if I refer to the indicators, we see we have a divergence as well. Also, we need to be aware of that. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.